Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership.
To start, let's understand what the CPTPP is. The Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership is a major free trade deal between Canada and 11 other countries. These include Australia, Brunei, Chile, Japan, Malaysia, Mexico, New Zealand, Peru, Singapore, the United Kingdom, and Vietnam. The goal is to make it easier to trade, invest, and do business across borders by cutting or eliminating tariffs on goods, services, intellectual property, as well as digital commerce. Altogether, these member countries account for over 13% of the global economy and more than 500 million people. Beyond trade, the agreement supports high standards for labor rights and environmental protection. It also puts a spotlight on digital trade by allowing secure data flow and limiting restrictions on e commerce. For Canada, this is not just about trade access. It's also about building economic resilience, diversifying supply chains, and balancing China's growing presence in the Asia Pacific. To understand how the CPTPP came to be, we can break it down into three phases: foundation, evolution, and momentum. It began in 2006 with the P4 agreement between New Zealand, Brunei, Chile, and Singapore. Over the next few years, more countries joined, including the US, Australia, Peru, Vietnam, Malaysia, Canada, Mexico, and Japan. By 2015, negotiations wrapped up under what was then called the TPP or Trans Pacific Partnership. In the evolution phase, the deal was signed in 2016, but the USA later withdrew in 2017. The remaining 11 countries pushed forward and signed the revised version known as the CPTPP in 2018. It officially came into force that year for six countries, with Vietnam following in early 2019. In recent years, momentum has continued. Peru, Malaysia, Chile, and Brunei have since come on board. Most recently, in 2023, the United Kingdom joined as the 12th member, marking a major step in the agreement's global expansion.
The Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership or CPTPP includes 12 member countries from different regions of the world, namely North America, Latin America, Oceania, Asia, and Europe. The graph shows the estimated 2024 population of each country. The most populous member is Mexico with 128 million people, followed by Japan with 125 million and Vietnam with 99 million. Smaller members include Brunei and New Zealand. Canada has a population of around 39 million. This broad geographical distribution gives Canada access to both developed and emerging markets across multiple continents, helping diversify trade opportunities. When it comes to languages and culture, CPTPP is incredibly diverse. English is commonly spoken in Canada, Australia, New Zealand, the UK, and Singapore. Spanish is used in Mexico, Chile, and Peru. Other languages include Japanese, Vietnamese, and Malay. Culturally, Western countries like Canada, the UK, and Australia tend to be more individualistic and business driven. Latin American members emphasize strongly on family values and personal relationships in business. Meanwhile, the Asian members like Japan, Vietnam, and Malaysian value heritage, respect, and community. These cultural nuances influence trade negotiation, communication styles, and customer expectations. Understanding these differences is crucial for Canadian companies looking to expand in these markets under the CPTPP.
Exports from Canada to CPTPP partners. This slide highlights the main product that Canada exported to CPTPP countries between 2016 and 2023. The top export categories include precious metals and jewelries, machineries and equipments, ores and ash, energy products, and cereals. In 2023, gold and coal were the most valuable exports. Gold alone was worth $9.1 billion, though that was a drop from 12.2 billion in 2022. Coal exports were valued at 3.9 billion. Looking at the country's breakdown, Japan was the largest destination for Canadian exports, followed closely by the United Kingdom and Mexico. These three countries made by nearly 80% of Canada's total exports to CPTPP partners. Main products imported into Canada from CPTPP partners. This slide highlights the main products imported into Canada from partners countries from 2016 to 2023. The top import categories include motor vehicles and parts, machineries and equipments, electronics, precious metals, and specialized instruments. In 2023, motor vehicles are the most significant import, valued at $14.9 billion, up from $9.9 billion in 2022. Trucks and other transport vehicles also saw an increase, reaching $5.6 billion. The chart on the bottom right shows that Mexico was the largest source of import, accounting for nearly 44%, followed by Japan, Vietnam, and the UK and Peru.
Let's talk about the statement of origin, definition, and purpose. Statement of origin is a key trade document. It proves that exported goods were manufactured or obtained in a partner country eligible under the trade agreement. It helps a good to qualify to for reduced or zero tariffs. Why it matters? Customers authorities require this document to apply preferential treatment at the border. Without it, importers may pay higher regular tariffs. Types of proofs of origin. Formal certificate of origin is standardized document issued by government bodies or authorities, chambers of commerce. A statement of origin is self-declared statement written by exporter and an invoice or shipping document. Let's talk about this example of a certification of origin. A claim should contain nine minimum data elements. These data elements are set out in the USMCA Annex 5A minimum data elements, and the data elements must indicate that the good claiming prevention treatment originates and it meets the requirements of USMCA Chapter 5. The information may be provided on a invoice or any other document. In the last, the information must describe the originating good in sufficient detail to enable its identification and meet the requirements as set out in the uniform regulation. And that's all about the example of a certification of origin.